the gods were angry. It started 2 months ago and hasn't stopped. Shadows in the clouds, smoke in the skies. We had been trembling in our homes for weeks every night as the elders warned us of impending doom and horrible death. We were wise to heed their warning as one night, a falling star came from the heavens and flattened the town hall. Thankfully, nobody was harmed as we were all deep in the caves under the mountains, safe and sound. Stars fell around us. Streaks of light coursed through the night sky day in and day out. Sometimes we would see massive blasts of light high up, as if a ball of fire appeared. Fear gripped us, and for the first time in our history, we missed our first harvest. Too scared of potential destruction, we let the fields grow too much, failing to harvest for the first time in generations. By the time desperation kicked in and the elders ordered us to brave the angered gods, we collected maybe a fifth of the grains and fruits we usually got. It didn't help that a few falling stars had set our largest field on fire and we couldn't save it. We were very much on the brink of a food shortage now, and desperation was setting in. As per tradition in times of shortages, we gathered at what was left of our town hall. I was one of the men who volunteered for rationing, reducing my food supply and handing it over to someone else who needed it more. I would eat once every 2 days, as opposed to twice every day. Sacrifices had to be made, but we would endure. We always did. Despite prayers and rituals, however, the gods carried on their war in the skies. What did we do to anger them? Why did they harm us so? What did we do wrong? It mattered not. One day, I had decided to go out and brave the gods' terror and fetch a gopal from the forest. It is a type of delicious fruit that grows from small bushes on the forest floor, and we consider it a delicacy, a treat that can be made into cake. I had been saving my ration, not eating for over a week in an effort to trade it for some cake mixture so I could bake a cake for my little niece. Her birth week was upcoming, and I wanted to make sure that she understood. Even through the madness, there was always happiness to be had somewhere. I had slipped out during a meeting and, despite my grumbling stomach, made my way through the forest with the largest carry item I could find. Maybe if I was lucky, I could find some edible roots and mushrooms on the way and fortify the pot at tonight's community dinner. I had my blade, my helmet, and my borrowed tot, and the will of a happy child to carry me through the day, despite my growling belly. I spent hours wandering through the forestry, sniffling about and catching roots and shoots. I even got lucky and squealed in happiness as I found a colony of mushrooms that I gathered, struggling to keep my sanity as I held myself back from gobbling them all up right there. I held fast, though, and resumed, looking for my prize. As I approached what I knew to be a clearing near the forest's edge, I smelled fire and smoke. Clearly, the god's wrath had set some more things on fire. I ignored it, prepared to run at the first sign of a flicker or flame of the forest burning, and made my way through to where I knew at least one gobblebush was. I sniffled along the ground a bit and stopped dead in my tracks as soon as I hit the clearing. Something smelled amazing. My tummy grumbled angrily at me, at the smell of whatever that was, and I looked around. My hunger turned to fearful terror as I spotted what was responsible for the smell. 4 creatures of varying sizes, wearing clearly metallic armor, gathered around a campfire. They were huge, obscene monsters with 5 long fingers at the end of each of their only 2 arms. They stood up straight from the ground on 2 large, muscled legs. They had strange tufts of hair around their faces and atop their heads with rows of sharp teeth showing through. I stood there frozen in fear. But my rumbling belly and hunger, that sweet, succulent scent, hunger overcame me, and I approached. Every fiber of my being was screaming at me to turn, run, and tell the elders so we could form a defense. But the food, the smell, it was overpowering my will. Maybe I could pinch a piece of their food and run, taking some home. The elders could determine what's in it and use it against them? I didn't know. 10 million things were racing through my mind all at once. But one thing was for certain, whatever that flat thing on the ground was, I wanted to eat. I couldn't understand their language yet. Our people communicate through mind touch, so if I could get close enough, I could translate their language by touching one of them, and we could have an advantage in the future. I snuck up as close as I could and listened in. I saw a patch of bare skin on one of them and gently laid a hand on it. My mind raced instantly with language, the guttural noises made by their sharp tongues and sharp teeth now making sense. I snuck over and found what was on the floor. The creatures were all a different color. I later determined that they were all covered in dye or paint, red, green, blue, and yellow. "So, how'd it happen to you?" the one covered in blue paint asked. "Grenade. Took out 6 of us. It was funny. Once the ringing in the ears wore off," the one coated in red paint said. I crept closer to the tasty-smelling flat thing on the ground as their conversation continued. What was a grenade? Ringing in ears? What were these creatures? I got hit by a sniper. Friggin' railgun slug from half a continent away. The one coated in yellow said, "Freaks." But I got hit with a tank shell. Had to get medicked up, and I was able to hear the tank commander chew his gunner out. Hilarious. The one coated in green paint said, 4 of them laughing heartily. Tank shell? Medic? WHAT? Are these creatures insane, or was I missing something? My mind disappeared and my angry belly took over as I approached the hot, tasty-smelling confection in a small metallic pan on the floor. I couldn't help myself anymore. It was just too tantalizing, too tasty-looking, and too tasty-smelling. I took one bite just to see, and my world melted into oblivion, and I just carried on eating. I don't know how long, but apparently too long. I failed to notice a massive machine coated in red and blue paint appear from the forest's edge and sit down near the group. The loud clunk of the mechanism snapped me out of my daze. But I couldn't stop eating. I stared up at them all wide-eyed and hoping they wouldn't see me while their conversation continued. That's what you get when you get caught in a crossfire, the newcomer said as the machine folded away, revealing a female version of the 4 creatures around. The others responded with a gale of laughter. I froze with fear as her gaze settled on me. Her face softened. Her eyes sparkled. I ignored everything and just kept eating. I was starved, hungered. I couldn't stop myself. It tasted so good. Hey! Where'd that come from? The female said as her giant mechanical hand pointed at me. The 4 looked over at me. I paused, dead still as I was caught purple-handed. My mind was broken, though. I failed to run. I failed to fight back. I failed even to reach for my sword and just kept gnawing away at the deliciously delicious confection. EYWOAA. I am a DETHATLASAGNEDUDE. The one covered in red yelled, then grabbed me. I was dumbstruck by hunger and taste of deliciousness. I didn't fight back as I was raised above the ground in his hands and made to face him. I belched loudly, licking my lips and trying to get all the flavor I could find. It was likely my last meal, so I might as well get all of it I could. It looks like a pit bull-sized caterpillar with a chibi kitty face. It's a friggin' mochi cat airpillar, he yelled, bewildered and confused. All the others suddenly reached into their clothes and yelled angrily and desperately into various box-shaped items. FIRSTCONT, a CTFIRSTCONT, a CTHO, ADFIRA, CASEFIERE, WAH, AVEFIRS, TCONT, ACTIRE, PEA, TFIRST, CONT, CT, HOLD, YOURFIRE, CONFIRM, FIRS, TCONT, ACTHO, EFIRE, came the cacophony of yells and desperate cries. What did I do wrong? I looked to the skies for a moment, and as they yelled into the boxes, the fire in the sky stopped, the stars slowed, and the skies cleared. Wait, were THESE the gods? THISBETTERBEWORTH, ITSERGE, A. An angry yell came through a tablet-like thing nearby. The tablet thing was picked up and aimed at me. The moving pictures of another one of these creatures, older, wiser looking with a big beard, appeared on it. "Well, see for yourself, sir," the one holding me said. "Ooh. Is this some kind of prank or something? Don't tell me this is another Canatra's IV incident." The older creature on the tablet yelled, "No, sir. We wouldn't do that after Canatras. What do you think we are, idiots? Look at it. It's a caterpillar with a Roman helmet. It even has a little gladius and a tiny backpack." "Look," the one holding me said, maneuvering me to face the tablet thing without dropping me. I just looked on in shock. I didn't know what to do and waved one of my front paws at him. Awkward. I don't, He looked at me for a minute, shrugged his shoulders and sighed. "Well, if it is a prank, it's a pretty damn good one. Screw it. My name is Admiral James Tass." "Nice to meet you, I guess. Lucas Terrius IV, at your..." I let out a loud, aggressive belch. "At your service, Admiral," I replied. I shouldn't have eaten that much. Everyone's mouth opened, jaws on floor as I replied to them. I just stayed where I was, as though I could run anywhere being held like that, and stayed as calm as possible. Well, that was unexpected. "Holy shit, this is for real," the Admiral said. "Kindly moderate your language, SIR. There is a lady present," I reprimanded him. The female giggled from inside her armored machine. I replied with another loud belch. "Welp, that settles it. Hello there, Garfield. Nice to meet you," the one holding me said. "Tease who he reminded me of, thank you," the one covered in yellow said with a sigh. "What is, Garfield? I am not that..." "My name is Lucius Tarius," I replied, trying to get out of his grip. "Really? Well, you are a cat-like creature with an orange coloration with black stripes, who just ate a 3-pound 2-cheese lasagne by himself. Your nickname is Garfield. And this is not negotiable," he growled at me as the others began laughing. I regained my senses after this little insult. "Oh, really? Well, perhaps now that you've seen fit to insult me, would you care to explain the devastation you have wrought upon my people for the last 2 months?" I yelled. "Pardon?" the Admiral replied. "What devastatio? Oh, shit. Okay. Oops." The planet wasn't scanned properly. We failed to notice the alien civilization and have been teaching the newbies how to use MAC cannons. Oops. OPS. ISTH a TALLYUC a NSAYAFTER YUCOST USOURFIRSTB EADHARV STINFDIFTAENA. I yelled angrily. PUTMEDOWNRIGHTNOW. I bellowed and squirmed about. "Okay. A YJEZ. Calm down, dude, please," the one holding me said and complied, setting me gently on the floor. I dusted myself off and straightened my helmet. "Now would someone please explain what in purple hell is going on?" I yelled out, frustratingly tapping my back feet. Okay, please calm the hell down and I'll be happy to explain. "We are human. Soldiers from the Terran Federation, Mars Union, Gaian Concordat, the IMDC, and the Stellar Assembly of Planets," the Admiral said. Okay. Humans. Right. We are the Cambarian. Ours is the Empire of Taranthus. Welcome to Casarnia, I suppose, I replied. Thank you. Wish it were under better circumstances, I guess. Anyway, we are travelers from worlds far away and we were conducting training exercises on your world. Our technology apparently developed a fault, and we failed to notice this planet was occupied before we started said training. That may explain the damage occurred because, well, we are training new students in the use of our tech and, they missed. So, Sorry, the Admiral said, nervously putting a hand behind him to rub his neck. Considering what I am witnessing and hearing, I suppose I have no choice but to forgive transgressions and say please don't eat me or something. I replied frankly. No need for that. We know we made a mistake. We know we did wrong. What damage did we do exactly? Let me know and I'll order immediate repayment, plus extra. Then we'll let the politicians handle it when everyone's okay. The Admiral said, standing to attention. This was my chance. Well, your falling stars and whatnot. Your technology? It destroyed our crop fields and set fire to our harvest. We are in need of food. That explains why he ate an entire lasagne solo. Poor dude. He was hungry. The one covered in yellow said, "Shut up, Sergeant," the Admiral yelled, forcing the yellow-covered one to snap to attention. Okay. I will send down a team for you, plus a ship full of supplies and equipment. We can solve that problem for you within the hour. Just need to know where to send supplies. Take us to your village so my men can organize the rest on the ground. I will send down proper diplomats so we can handle this professionally when everyone has a full belly. Sounds okay? That was easy. That will work well. Follow me. What choice do I have at this point? Oh! Wait. I need something first, I said, scurrying away into a clearing. I just remembered what I came here for in the first place. I found a gobblebush and quickly plucked a few of the delicious sweet treats that were its fruit and returned back to the humans. The female in the giant machine had followed close by and found another gobblebush and picked a few more. What are these? She asked. Gobbleberries. So called because we can't help but gobble them up whenever we find them. They are a tasty after-meal delicacy in my home. Everyone loves these things. I came out here to find a few so I could use them to celebrate an occasion with a family member. Wanted to make a cake, I replied. Oh, cool, she said, and tossed one of them into her mouth. Her face contorted into an expression of pure happiness. OHEMYGAWD. These taste just like caramel candy apples with marshmallows in the center, she yelled. LIEUTENANT. WHEDIDTHETRAININGM ANUALTELL YUABOUTEANGA LIE and NITMS DIDNW ELAARLNFIOITHEANTAIESINCIDENT. The one covered in red paint yelled from his spot at the campfire. Oops, she said as she swallowed. Welp, too late now, I said. Come. I will show you my home. Please try to make yourselves seem less, terrifying. Little did I know, the choice to let them follow me to my home was the start of my world's first golden age. They repaired the damage they did, and in exchange for letting them cultivate the gobbleberry bushes, we established a professional relationship. Their machines came in, and within a generation, we were on our way to joining them in the stars. Humans developed an interesting obsession with the gobbleberries, though. We found it weird, but so long as we kept cultivating them, they kept us safe and fed. We were fine with that.